Hello there and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot. I haven't done a tarot reading in a very long time and I thought to myself, I've got a few hours today, let me jump on and do a quick read for you. I hope you've been well. Hello to all my regulars. Sorry I haven't been on here. I've just found myself sort of disconnected from social media, the phone. I've been kind of putting it away. I've not had time to record anything, so apologies for that if you've been wanting something. And to the new people watching, welcome, and I hope this brings forward an answer for you or gives you some information that you will find beneficial. Generally on this platform I do a tarot reading. You'll also find some channelings on this channel as well. So I'm Karen and I work as a healer, a medium. I also do tarot readings and various other different things. I'm a painter as well, and I'm really looking forward to creating some space in my diary and in my apartment so I can get back to the paintbrush and really dive deep into some artwork. I feel that coming up. But for today, we're going to do tarot. So generally what I do is I pull a few cards, see what cards jump out, and I've got one already. And just take them and look at them together and give you a little card reading. This is slightly different to how I would do a personal reading, a personal one-to-one, where I have a particular spread that I lay out which has past, present, future, fate line, etc, etc. So it takes me about an hour to do a reading. So if you're interested in that and you're around the London area, get in touch. I can also do it virtually online or through an audio. I can send you an image of the cards and give you an audio of your reading as well. So there's various different ways that you can receive a reading even if you're not right here. So I hope you're well. Did you feel that moon yesterday? I certainly did. I had such a headache, and I don't get headaches anymore. I used to get quite a lot of headaches, but now I rarely get a headache. But I was definitely down with a headache yesterday, quite a strong headache as well. So some cards have jumped out, so we're just going to look at them. We don't read reverse in this reading, and we're going to give you the meanings. And let me just take one more. I hope you're well. Let me know how you're doing and what you're up to. You can leave a comment, you can give me a like if you like it. And I think there's a hype button as well, and subscribe to the channel, because the next time I put something out, which I hope to do a little bit more of, you'll know. And I have been invited on a podcast, my very first podcast, so I'm a bit nervous about that, but it's just a place where I can engage in a conversation about my work, my spiritual connection, and what all of that means. Whatever comes up, you can only get so much into a conversation with someone, so it's going to be hard to shrink everything into that. But the idea is that we just open conversation for what wants to come through as well, because that's what this space is about. It's less about me interpreting these cards, which is a simple thing to do, but it's also the story that unfolds and the guidance that I'm giving that I can bring forward to you. So hopefully you're having a nice summer. I was going to pick one more, wasn't I? Can we have one more card just to give us the final understanding of where the read is going, the outcome card, the kind of where we're moving to. I think the top card is coming. Okay, so that's the top card. So underneath we have the moon, and we have just had that powerful new moon. So the moon tends to be Cancerian energy, which we're moving into. Cancerian energy is end of June into July. So time-wise, this could be something is happening for you end of June into July. And the moon is telling us that we don't know the full story. So something is hidden, something that is not revealed to us. So there will be a revelation of some kind, or something will come into our lives that we didn't see coming. We couldn't think it, we didn't see it, we didn't understand, and suddenly it's going to appear, and it's going to be, I think, a positive revelation, but it's just to be mindful that we don't have the full story right now, and that's the underneath, is like you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle yet. So there's something that's going to come through, that's going to be revealed, which will give you more information, which you don't have right now. So you don't have all the information you need. You have the crab here again, which is that association with Cancerians, but also the sense of the crab has the soft flesh inside, but the outer hard shell. So is there an element of you have been hiding that emotional self, or keeping your softness inside and projecting some sort of defense or some sort of border, or perhaps an ego sense of self, even though you're emotional on the inside? Because Cancerians are very emotional, and they're very they could be teary, or just their emotions overwhelm them. And so there is this need to kind of maybe subdue them a little, control them a little, which is the shell, but also just be mindful of that. Be mindful of perhaps how then someone might receive you and might feel that they can't get through to your soft center because you've put so much armor on. And it could be because you spent quite a bit of time on your own. So we have, within the moon, we have this face, which is often associated with the Hermit card. And so the Hermit is the Virgo energy. It is the isolation. It is loneliness often. It is a period of isolation in your life, which often comes with spiritual development. It's very few people who go through spiritual development who haven't had a period of time on their own, because to know oneself, you need to have sort of no distractions and to go deep into the self. So there could be something about that that's making you emotional as well, that's pulling on, the moon pulls on the tides, pulls on the waters, pulls on your emotions. So perhaps even yesterday into today, you felt maybe a little bit more isolated, a little bit more alone. Even if you're in a couple, or even if you have friends around, if no one's really connecting with that soft center, if no one's getting through your walls, you can feel alone. You can feel alone in a family. You can feel alone in a couple. So there's a sense of tuning into that with the moon. So how did you feel yesterday? Did you feel a bit overwhelmed? Were there a lot of thoughts going through your mind? Were you contemplating all types of different life scenarios and just wondering where you fit in? Did it bring up emotion? Did it bring tears to your eyes? Did you find yourself unsettled? The moon can be unsettling. Certainly the full moon can be unsettling. But that new moon energy was quite strong yesterday, and it gave me a headache. So there was definitely something going on energy-wise. But there is a new path opening up. So let's see where we're going, because we don't have the full story, but perhaps it will be revealed to us soon. So the first card was the Queen of Wands. So there is this creative endeavor. I did mention the art. So there's this creative power coming in. This is a natural power. She's very much connected to the land, to the forests, the woods, the trees, the plants. She's sort of the herbalist. She's someone who uses natural products, natural healing. It could be aromatherapy to help with that grounding, and that often creative people have a wealth of energy within them, bursts of energy that need to come out in art or music or writing. And this can be the Queen of Wands, because she holds within her that creative flow, and she has this creative wand here which is holding on to. So there's this sense of holding on to something tight, which is your project, your creative endeavor that you want to move forward with. And there is also a sense of grounding it. There's also a sense of being connected to nature through it. There's also the sense of a richness coming from the natural world, which you can use to fire up, because she's a fire energy, to fire up that creative substance within you, that creative flow. She's very much into healing, into herbs, into natural products, and also very charismatic, very can often sort of signify the Leo card, which is someone who is very loving, very open-hearted, very expressive, full of energy, and wants to bring people together. And we've got the sunflower here, which points to that period in the summer. So certainly there's some creativity coming to bear fruit in summer, that's going to blossom in summer. Some fire within you, that creative fire, is perhaps going to find its roots, perhaps going to find its ground within this summer season. And you can see there's lots of yellow and red. So again, those grounding colors, those lower base chakras. So perhaps you're able to take everything that is emotional, which is the moon, is driving within you, and it's this topsy-turvy emotional sense, and you're able to ground it. You're able to ground it into your base, into your sacral, into your solar plexus, in order to grow something beautiful, in order that something can blossom. And you're passionate about it. The Queen of Wands is passionate. It's that desire. There's great desire. There's great passion as well that comes forward with this, that electricity, that burning sense within. And it's, it can be as a healer, that there is this burning desire to bring healing to people, this burning desire to teach people everything that you know. There's this and it's the fire won't go out. I'm saying, like, the fire just won't go out. The fire is within you, and it's continuously burning. It's like the Olympic flame. It's not burning out. It is, the Queen is, established. She is mature. This fire has burnt, and it has given her this sense of purpose in her maturity that she is going to power through with, because you have the Leo, you have the yellow, you have the solar plexus, the self-esteem, the power, the drive, the yang, the movement forward. It's not sitting back in yin, it's more movement forward. The water, it's fire and water, it's the opposites. So the moon is the water, the yin, and the Queen is the fire. So it's bringing balance to that, bringing everything together as well to bring balance to it. And the passions that are rising, the creativity that are rising, this want and need to ground and grow something creative, might actually be a relationship. Because we have the Two of Cups here, which is usually a relationship, which is someone coming in to offer their cup of love to you. And it is a transaction of love. So each person is passing a cup of love to the other. And she is dressed in a dress with these, is it fleur de lis, something like that, I think, which shows a certain innocence with her. And then he's got roses all over his outfit here, which sort of shows that romantic side. This is soulmate, this is romance, this is date night, this is movies, this is holding hands, this is walks through the woods, through the forests. That fire that you have, that passion that you have, you're going to be able to share it with someone, and you're going to be able to share it in a loving way, in a soft way, in a emotionally connected way. And what's interesting is she has the lions here on the side. See there, the lions, and there is a lion overseeing this here as well. So you have that same energy coming through there. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, fabulous. So Pentacles are all about money and work, but the Ace of Pentacles is money that's been gifted. It's been gifted from God. So it's not necessarily money that you've had to earn through your work, through your 9 to 5, through your everyday slaving away to make ends meet, to get some money together. It's not that. It's inheritance. It's a lottery win. It's, finding money, or being given a gift of money, or getting a huge bonus, or something that helps you move in a new direction. It's enough that it's substantial enough to let you go down a different path. Yes, there might be some work involved. It might be to help you set up business in some way or move forward in some way, because you have the financial backing to do that. You're able to make decisions now because of the financial support, which can also come in when you go from that isolation. We said the hermit, that isolation, moving from that isolation, developing and wanting to be passionate, to share your passions with someone. So suddenly the isolation, you become two, and then there is that financial support. It is easier always when there are two to bring your financial situations together and build from there. But this is about a reward. This is about money coming in. This is financial abundance is here for you right now. So let's get our mindset into accepting financial abundance. Let's get our mindset into realizing that this is part of our path, and to deny it or to think that it's not going to happen to us is denying our path and denying our fate, and that we have to kind of adjust ourselves to get into the place where we're ready to accept it. And sometimes people think, oh, I only want this amount, because they don't want too much, they don't want to appear greedy. But with this card, it's about accepting what comes, not limiting, not deciding on an amount, because it's quite a large amount here. It's quite substantial. So we have to get into a place where we are happy to accept, and we get ourselves into the role of accepting this. Because if you're constantly in the role of it will never happen to me, guess what? It will never happen to you. So it's about changing mindset with regards to money and being accepting. Because often if someone offers money, or if money comes from some way, we can say, oh, no, it's fine, I won't accept it. It's hard for some of us to take from another. I think this will be an easier receiving, because it's not somebody's personal money that they would use from day to day. It seems to be coming in a different way. So that might be inheritance, or it might be a gift of some kind. But there's a good deal of money, and it's going to open new doors for you. And what does that mean? That means celebrate. That means it's time to gather and celebrate. This could be you gathering with friends. This could be you gathering with your family. There's a lot of female energy here, so it could be sort of 3 friends gathering together. It can be 3 sisters gathering together. It's also a celebration, so it's birthdays, it's anniversaries, it's party. There could be a party coming up for you, because when the money comes in, you might say, hang on a second, I'm financially able to do more now. Come and celebrate with me. Come and let's dance the night away. Let's have an event that we go to. It could be near water as well. It could be going off to a spa, or going off to somewhere where it's by a lake or by the ocean. And it really is, time to let your hair down. Time to just, maybe you've had it tough for a while and you can't see this. This is hidden. This is not revealed to you. But there is the energy of celebration with this, which when the money comes in, the romance comes in, your passions, your drive is finding its roots, is finally finding that place where 2 people come together and you're able to grow things, and then we celebrate. This could be wedding celebrations, it could be bridesmaids, and there is great structure here because we have the pillars, the black and white. So it's bringing this balance in as well. And it's just dancing, singing, dressing up, It's that sense of, I remember when we used to go out a long time ago when I was young, and the dressing up was part of it. They're just putting on the makeup, doing the hair, different outfits, what were you going to wear, and then, spending maybe an hour getting ready. That was part of the buzz for women. Men, maybe it's a shirt. It's like a shave, a shower, a shirt, jeans, out the door. But for us, it's, choosing what you're going to wear, what pieces go with what, adding in things like earrings or, ribbon in your hair or a colour or, just adorning and celebrating life in that way, which I think we move away from because we get very serious in life as we move forward. We get very serious with adulthood and life and bills and things that need to be paid, and we've forgotten how to just dance and let loose for a day, just really let loose for a day and have a day off, because everything's there when you come back to it. So maybe get together with friends, maybe have a few drinks, let your hair down, have a bit of a dance and a boogie. It's festival time. So we are in summer now, and a lot of festivals happen in the summer. A lot of music events, a lot of venues have things on during the summer. So maybe it's saying that. Maybe it's saying, when the money comes in and your partner is there, the romance is there, don't be frightened to also get outside and just mingle a bit. And you're in this happy place and you want to share that happiness. You want to be with people. There's something about love as well, when you fall in love, that you enjoy being out with people because you enjoy showing your partner off. You enjoy mixing and mingling and meeting new people through your partner. So there is this element of gathering, of celebration here as well. And it could simply be that, this money comes in and people want to help you celebrate. You might say, I'm going to treat you guys. I'm going to take you out, right? So the next one we have is the sun. So the sun is that powerful fire energy again. We have Ra. So this is the height of summer. And the sun represents you. So if the sun appears in the card, then this is for you. When I see this in a reading, then I know that the reading is about you. I know that this is directed at you, and it's something to really pay personal attention to. The reading happens for you, but when you have this card, it very much states to me it's about you. So we have the sunflowers here. So we have the sun, we have the sunflowers, we've got more sunflowers here. So there is that blossoming of something. There is that radiation that comes through that sun and that summer. Today it's beautiful. The heat is rising again. We're going to be, I think, 26, 27 by the weekend again. I have to leave London, so I'm going to some cooler areas. So I'm going to miss this bit of a heat wave, but we'll have more this summer, I believe. But it's strength in that sun. So when the sun is strong, it is bringing that powerful change energy in. The sun energy is the yang. The moon is the yin. So we have both. We have the yin and the yang here, bringing balance again. And this little child coming in on this horse is signifying a new birth. It's signifying new life. The baby always brings that new life energy. So it almost feels to me, with the moon yesterday and the distorted senses and feelings that were coming up yesterday, with the new moon energy and with these cards, it's like actually a new life is being presented to you. Can you feel it? Can you feel it in your bones? There's this sense of new energy, new life, new vibrancy, new power. This is your power center. This is your solar plexus. You talked about that, your power, your self-esteem, your courage, your bravery, your identity. There's new life coming in, new energy coming into that. So your life might change a little. If you won the lottery, your life would change. You might do certain things the same, but your consciousness would change. We were saying shifting into that new version of you. This new version of you who's willing to accept it. This new version of you who's willing to say yes to it and manage it in the best way you can. So this is saying, look, I'm riding in on this new horse. I'm riding in with this powerful energy behind me, and I'm bringing new life, which is going to blossom in summer. Amazing read. And with the Seven of Cups, what have we? We have choices. We have choices. So this is all going to lead us to a plethora of choice. We'll be making choices. And what it's saying to us is that we have all different priorities, and we've got all sorts of different things that are important in our life. Success, leaving places, moving to different locations. We want a nice home. We want spiritual work. We want freedom. We want peace in the world. We want to have abundance. We want all of those things. And this is a period of self-reflection. So he's sitting here, he's looking into the water, and he's reflecting over life and the choices and the wants that he has. There's an element here, you can kind of see that these different elements are in the clouds. So we can't get lost in the clouds. Our mind can wander and think of all the amazing things in the clouds, but we do have to make some choices. And usually once you make one choice, it leads you to the next one and the next one. So that one choice is what you need to focus on. But it is that suddenly life is different. Suddenly a new life appears. And your choices are different, because before, if you were single, for example, when we had the isolation, you made choices based on yourself, on what you needed, what you wanted, where you were going, what you wanted to achieve, what you needed in your life. You're making those choices. And now it is that you have to consider another, that it's not your own choices, and that you're coming together and you're making new choices. So there's a sense of reflecting on that, and things will change. So your priorities will change. So you might have had certain priorities now, and then after everything comes to fruition in this year, in this summertime, success, nature, passions, romance, money, celebrations, this new energy, there's a new energy coming in. Success, walking away from what's no good for you, walking towards the things that bring peace. Once these things occur, you'll be a new being, a new person. So it's what you want, or what you wanted before, will have changed. So it's setting yourself up for that. And again, back to the moon, we don't know the full ins and outs of this yet. Some of it is we're blindfolded, we can't see it, but it's coming. And you're moving out of that poverty and you're moving into abundance, for sure. So we're now going to go to the Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette, and she does a lot of work online if you want to follow her. 1 second. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle them and see what cards, and I'm not going to go on too long today because I need to pack. And I'll be sharing more on my social media about where I am and what I'm doing. So if you're interested, you can follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn, but I rarely use it, and I'm also on Twitter, but I rarely use it, or X as it's now called. You can see I rarely use it, still call it Twitter. Does everyone call it Twitter? I don't know. Do they all call it X? I don't know. So I hope you're well. Let me know if that resonates. Let me know if that gives you, sometimes you just need to hear something like that, and then it just says, okay, something good's gonna come in, and it just makes you relax a little. But in that relaxing, you have released a bit of the tension, you've released a bit of the knot in your stomach, because it's often those things that actually keep us from things, those energy frequencies that we're tightly holding or we're not open, that block things. So even just hearing something like that might go, oh no, you know what, it's going to be a great week, it's going to be a great summer, and you change. I often said, I think it was in my little ebook that I wrote a long time ago, well, I say I wrote, it was little snippets from some channeled information I had, and I kind of put it all together in a little book. And there was a part of it that said, it's like going on your summer holiday. Everyone who books a summer holiday, and they have that planned, and they think of all the wonderful things they're going to do. They're going to go to those bars, they're going to go to those beaches, they're going to be in this hotel. They need to get some new summer clothes because they want to look good and they want to feel nice and fresh by the ocean and the warmth of the sun and just the colours that people wear in the summer. It's just all lovely, and they go with such anticipation, and this is what they've been waiting for. And they booked a flight, they got on the plane, and they're excited. They don't know how it's going to turn out, but they have this positive energy towards it. And we need to view every day like that. We need to bring in, yes, we don't know how it's going to turn out. The problem is we assume it's going to be the same as yesterday, same as the day before. And often it is, because that's the assumption. But if you could get yourself into the, I say mindset, but also I mean physical set, I mean frequency, I mean your energy speaks to people like it's high vibe, like it's excited, like it's colourful. I know I'm in grey today, but I should be in colour. I should be in like bright colour for summer and sun. And so there's this need to use that feeling, because it's all about how you feel, right? So cards have jumped out, don't know what they are yet. Let's have a look. Okay. So we have suffering. And it's divine teacher. And so perhaps you have had a period of suffering. Oh, I can't speak. What do we want to say about suffering? I don't know why something stuck. Hold on. Suffering. Okay. And suffering can come from our own mind. Suffering can come from ourselves. We can feel isolated. We can feel that when we're on our own, we self-criticize. We, particularly the artist, right? The artist who paints often will think, it's not good enough, no, I don't like it, etc., etc. So there's this sort of self-criticism that can happen, as well as others pouring criticism onto us, and it makes us curl up in a ball. And that's like the crab. We are so full of emotion, but we just turn ourselves into a ball to protect ourselves. It's self-protection, and we create that wall or that hard shell around us. So that brings us back to that Cancerian energy. He actually has his head in his hands. So there's a lot of thinking here and a lot of thought that's actually weighing him down. But we have beings like master teacher beings who are handing him these stars and showing us that the soul within him is bright and beautiful. And the soul within him is without fear, without problem, without heaviness. The soul is what we need to reconnect to. Yes, there is acknowledgement of suffering. So this could be illness. You might have had or have an illness, which is exhausting. And you feel tired and exhausted, and you want to be the party person. You want to meet people, but your illness stops you in your tracks. The heaviness and the weight and the mental capacity to deal with chronic illness is huge. Not only does it exhaust your energy, but exhaust your thinking, because you have to prepare every scenario and think everything through 10 times over. It's a very mentally challenging thing. So there's this sense that, yes, you are this beautiful, bright butterfly within, but the reality of your physicalness may be one of suffering. It could be anything in life that's just causing suffering. It could be work pressure causing suffering, making you just hold your head in your hands. You're exhausted. You're not sure it's satisfying anymore. And it's not allowing your soul to fly. It's not allowing your soul to express itself. So what have we got next? We have community. And this is actually ancestral, spiritual ancestors. So your spiritual ancestors want to come in and tell you that when you feel down, when you feel you're suffering, when you feel this isolation, they're reminding you you're not alone. You have energies, angels, ascended masters, a family in spirit, ancestors in spirit from this lifetime, but from other lifetimes. You have a multitude of beings from all walks of life. Many you've never met, many you have no real connection with, who want to come in and help, who are purposeful in their afterlife existence in helping people. And so that is a community you can rely on. That is a community you can connect with. And it would make me feel as well that the world is suffering, and the world is suffering because they think they have to do everything by themselves. They are under the impression that they are completely responsible for themselves, which yes, they are, but that they're alone and they have no help. There is help here, and there is help here. And this is saying about your spiritual ancestors, but also coming together in spiritual community, that will alleviate the suffering. coming together and opening up to your spiritual community, opening up to your reach to the realms that you can reach, to the realms that you can activate. I'm getting to connections that you can activate. So there's so much that can come in and help, and these people are joyful and happy and holding hands and ready to walk this new path and meet these people. And so it's embracing that. So there is acknowledgement of this suffering in our physical world, in our everyday, but knowing that our community, our spiritual ancestors are coming forward, and that we are moving back. We did say that when suddenly we're moving back into community. So perhaps you're going to be finding your tribe a bit more. Perhaps you're going to be finding new family or new friends or people that resonate with you, and that will be the freedom and the joy, because you finally find people who get you. But it's not because something is necessarily changed. It's because you're not on your own doing this. There is a reason you're here, and you have a team with you, and they're putting you on the path to connections. Your spiritual ancestors are working with you right now, and if you can open up to that, they're helping drive you forward to this new life. They are backing you to move forward to this new life. And any connection you can make to them will help you move forward to this new life. Because there's also the thing as well, if you've been on your own for quite a while, mixing and mingling with people can be difficult, can be overwhelming. Meeting someone and suddenly being a twosome, a couple, can be a bit overwhelming because things change. So there's that sense of the overwhelming nature of a new life that's coming in, but your spiritual ancestors are there going, no, this is perfect for you, this is exactly right, we are moving you into this community, you're going to feel part of a community, you're no longer going to feel on your own, you have achieved a great deal, you have incredible connection to the other side, and we are presenting you with this opportunity. We also have higher self-control. And you can see that meditating is so important, because like we had with this fellow, which is the suffering, the overthinking, and it could simply be choice. We have too much choice, and therefore it causes us, if somebody said, oh yeah, we'll give you the opportunity to do this, and you go, okay, thank you very much. And then it's like, oh, but what about that? What about that? And your thoughts overwhelm you. Like this guy, his thoughts, all these choices come in and they can wear you down. So he's not moving, he's stuck. He's sitting there because the overwhelming mind is whirling away on everything that these choices or these opportunities or these thoughts or these worries bring up for him. So he's unable to move forward, and he's getting emotional about it. He's suffering a bit, maybe mentally, because of that. So it's releasing that suffering. Know that you're moving into a different form of community. Community is expanding for you. Your tribe is expanding. And what can help you with that mind overworking, that monkey mind, is meditation. Is taking yourself out of this little person here and moving into your higher self. And embracing and embodying your higher self. Because you can see in the front all of these little people, is all of this conflict, all of these opinions, all of these attitudes, all of this aggression, all of this, the conflict, which can be your own mind, but it can also be from others. And the best way to handle it is through meditation. And meditation is that self-control, because to sit and meditate, people find it hard to not let their thoughts overwhelm them. Yes, you will have thoughts. Yes, the thoughts will run, but meditation is learning a process to understand that will happen, but you can create space for peace and tranquility and emptiness, and let the thoughts run in the background, that you can be present and you can really breathe into that present. And once you're there, it's everything. And then once you're there and you're sitting there for a while, 222 on the computer, it's the fullness, it's the wholeness, it's the completeness that you're sitting in. Nothing is wanting in that moment. And the more you can get into that, the more that becomes your fullness, your energy, your wholeness is exuding that. And like we said, your frequency output, your feeling is what draws things to you. And it will make your choices easier. It will make life easier. Sitting for 10 minutes, like I said in my little ebook, 10 minutes a day, sit. You can set the alarm so you don't sit any longer. 10 minutes a day, every day, over a period of time. Your life will change because it has that cumulative effect. So yes, that will help. That will help balance. So when the money comes in, the love comes in, the new life arrives, we're celebrating, we're partying. Remember, always return to center. Return to that balance. Don't let yourself go off in your mind. Bring it back, because you are entering a new phase. This is very exciting. You're absolutely entering a new phase in your life. And now I'm going to do a totem, and this is the last card for today. So we're just going to pick a totem to give you a little bit of information on what energy you can embody that will help you, because sometimes we need an animal totem to remind us of how to approach the situation. So one has turned over. Oh, two have turned over. Okay. Two have turned over. So we have, I'll go with this one first, the prairie dog. Okay, I love these cards. So these medicine cards, look at my book, it's just so old and used, right? Are by, I got this in July 2008, Jamie Sams and David Carson. And I'll just read a little about what the prairie dog says, but we'll see how it resonates with the energy of what we're reading about here. It's retreat, which brings us back to that meditation. If prairie dog has surfaced in your cards today, it may be a warning that your body's fuel gauge is running low. You may need a day of silence or a retreat from regular activities before you become too exhausted to carry on. Have you put your basic needs to the bottom of the to-do list? Burning the candle at both ends may weaken the punch you can normally pack when tackling the tasks at hand. Prairie dog teaches you that in order to access gifts of inspiration and renewal, you must be at peace within yourself and rested enough to recognize the blessings being offered. Well, that sentence is exactly this. There are blessings coming in. Life-changing elements are coming in, and it's exciting and it's exhilarating, and this summer could lead to massive changes in your life, and you have to be prepared and ready to accept them, even though we don't know how they're going to show up. Massive change. But if we've been suffering, if we've been low, if we feel overwhelmed and we're shrinking, then that's not going to help us accept or access what's available. So use this energy, this community, this spiritual energy that wants to come forward to you. Use that meditative space to make sure you balance yourself, because even in excitement, great excitement, we have to remain balanced. We can't go too high in our highs, because then we'll end up too low in our lows. We have to have a nice even middle. If you have been battling a situation without gaining ground, Prairie Dog reminds you that pushing too hard can create resistance that does not allow for interaction. Take a break. That's what I was saying. You can be like tense and, that kind of is holding everything apart. So it's like summer holiday vibe, it's like open and excited, and we're going this place and that place and seeing these people and doing this thing, and this is all new and exciting and different. And the chords of everyday life are gone when you're on your summer holiday. It's a completely different diary. So there's this sense of take a break, give it a rest. After comfortable and relaxed time, you can return with a fresh perspective. In the meantime, the dynamics of the situation may have changed because your retreat allowed the present challenge to work itself out. There is ample strength available if you quit pushing and go with the flow. Prairie Dog says, its tunnels run both ways. Now it's time to choose the back door exit for some rest and relaxation. So that may simply be your summer holiday. This is acknowledging you need to take some time out because life is hard and it's pressured and you feel overwhelmed with the pressure, and so there's a need to rest. There's a need to find some sort of peace, and that can be you taking a couple of days off work. That can be you booking some time off, going on holiday, or just being at home and resting, having a nap, having sleep. Because you want to get yourself into a better energy, a better frequency, because then you draw better things to you. But also it helps you be open to the things, to see the things, to recognize the good as it's coming towards you. And then we have your beautiful butterfly. We all love seeing the butterfly, right? And it's number 9, so let's get a little look at the butterfly. So give me a like if you thought this is interesting, if you're excited, if you're going on summer holiday, just let me know below. Just say that location that you're going, and I hope you enjoy if you are going away, if you're going for a break for a few days, or just not being at work for a few days, just taking some time off, because you've only got now. Your wholeness is now, your presence is now. And this moment, this breath, you're watching this. This is your time, your moment, your breathing. This is a break away from everything that you normally do. You're just allowing yourself a sigh. A sigh. It's refreshing. So we have the butterfly. What is butterfly trying to teach you? It's a never-ending cycle of transformation. So that's what this is telling us. We're moving into a new life. Caterpillar to butterfly. Completely different life, completely different body, maybe completely different location, completely different financial situation, completely different love situation. Major transformation coming in for you. And it's discerning where you are in this cycle. Are you at the egg stage? Is this all just a thought or an idea? Are you at the larva stage? Larva stage. Do I need to make a decision? Is this the cocoon stage? Am I developing and doing something to make my idea a reality? Is this the birth stage? Am I sharing my completed idea? So ask yourself these questions and you'll discover how butterfly is relating to you in this moment. And it can teach you what to do next, depending on which position you're in. Using the air or mental powers of this medicine is done with ease because the butterfly flies through the air. If you have been feeling exhausted and have asked how to heal your fatigue, take notice of the colours you've been drawn to recently. We talked about colour, summer colours. Sorry, I'm in grey. And that's just it, isn't it? It's just showing you the opposite. It's just showing that you can have 50 shades of grey, right? You can have all of these colours of grey, but it's grey. Where's the colour? Where's the vibrancy? Where's the pinks, the reds, the golds, the turquoise? The turquoise butterfly. Does your body feel better in green? Could this mean that you need to eat more green vegetables? use those sort of little hints to help you along the way. It can give you clarity in your mental process, help you organize the project you're undertaking, and assist you in finding the next steps for your personal life or career. The main message to be obtained from drawing this symbol is that you are ready to undergo some type of transformation. To discern what your next move is, you can use a butterfly spread with tarot or cards. There's a particular spread that you can use. I'm just going to tune into the butterfly as well and see what else we can get just before we finish. This is meant to be a short read. Oh my God, 50 minutes. You're going to be getting your wings. You're going to be getting your wings and you're going to be flying. Something is going to push you off the edge. It's like the little bird that won't fly, that won't come out of the nest. It's like something is going to push you and nudge you out of the nest and you're going to have to fly. You're going to have to use your wings. And these are beautiful wings. So use your natural beauty. Adorn yourself, like I said. You know, the wings have so many colors and shimmers and this dust on them, this decadent dust on the wings. So I want you to like dress to impress. I want you to express that butterfly nature. Flight here and flight there, and just sort of move a little. Move. The butterfly moves from flower to flower to flower and flies around and dances around. Don't be afraid to express yourself out in the world, to carry that flighty air-like quality, that ethereal quality. And it's moving from that heavy caterpillar slow stage where you moved slowly, you ate slowly, you didn't get very far. There wasn't, the whole world hadn't opened up to you. Once you get your wings, you can fly anywhere. The world is your oyster. So something is coming where you're going to transform your life. Something's going to turn upside down, completely change this summer. You're going to get your wings and you're going to be able to fly. This is 9. 9 is completion. Something has completed and you're about to step forward into something new. I am very excited for us. I am very excited for you. Let me know how that resonates. Let me know if any of those things that I mentioned, you might have to listen to it again. Just if any of those things have come up for you, if it's the summer holiday season and some of that makes sense, if some of it resonates, imbue yourself with that joy, imbue yourself with that summer holiday excitement, imbue yourself with that colourful freshness, the colours, the fruits, the ocean, the sand, the heat, the perfumes, the scents, the smell of, the flowers as you go past. Even along here, we walk past a beautiful jasmine tree, bush, whatever you call it. And the fragrance, it was so intense. It was amazing. It's just like, it just changes the air. So get into all of that, and that's part of nature too. That's the forest, the trees, the plants, the flowers, that fragrance, that power, because they get their food from the sun. They're fed by the sun. So it's that sun energy we're receiving it in so many ways. Bless you. I hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.